Last week we talked about how important it is to be giving into a community, for that community to love and be excited for you to be there. But what happens when you just don't have the energy anymore? I think this happens to plenty of us at different points in our lives, whether we're tired from a long, hard day of work and we come home and all we really want to do is just to sit down and have some peace and quiet to ourselves, or maybe enjoy some really loving, caring family time together with our family, or with a roommate or whoever, or maybe phone up a friend and have a really good long chat. But then when we get to that space, it feels like we're demanded to give more again, and it just doesn't feel like that's able to and like we're able to. There's moments then at that space when a real community or a real loving set of individuals will be able to notice that, and then they'll step up into that space to help. They'll notice when the energy isn't there, and then maybe they'll be able to give some of that. And sometimes it's hard, but sometimes you have to ask. You know, there's moments, particularly now, when things are a little bit hard and stressful for so many of us, and for me in the work that I do, which is not anywhere close to what I expected it to be when we moved into this space, and now I'm doing all kinds of different stuff, which is great. I mean, it's what I'm called to do, but it's not what I had intended, and so it causes all kinds of stress. And so then I've had to ask my family at different points to kind of step up into that role of caregiver to me. And sometimes it's hard to do, but it is necessary for us. And the same thing is true in any kind of a community, but particularly in a Christian community. In a Christian community that is called by God to love one another as He has loved us, to show the same kind of care for each other as Jesus showed for us. It is important for us to pay attention to those who need people to come alongside them. And all too often we fail in this, and we need to apologize for that, to recognize that we have failed. And the institution can't fix that. The elders, the different kinds of communities or programs or committees, they can't fix that sense of not belonging, that sense of being overwhelmed and not receiving care. That's on each and every individual member, every single person that's a part of our group. If we have the ability and we're not maxed out to the end of our ropes, we are called to pay attention to those who are and to extend care to them in whatever way that care is beneficial for them. And so for you, if you feel as though you have been left out in the cold and have not been engaged or helped, and you've kind of been at the end of your rope for a long time, I want to apologize for that, both on behalf of the current community I'm a part of, but of all Christian communities. And if you feel as though you are someone that is able to give some, I'd encourage you to seek someone out. Find someone that you know can use some help, particularly if they've been asking for some help in certain ways, and connect with them. Continue to find ways to pour into them to help them.